Hey everyone, I'm Jared.
And I'm Chantel.
Welcome to the Poured Out Podcast. All right. Welcome to the holiday episode.
Yes.
Christmas episode.
Christmas 2022.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think this is probably going to be the last episode of the year for us.
Take a little break.
Yeah, take a little break for Christmas. But so we're going to talk a little bit about some Christmassy stuff today. Starting with our favorite Christmas movies.
Starting with favorite.
Okay, right. Favorite and, I forgot we were going to talk about the worst ones.
Yes.
Okay, well, I probably still have some anyway, so.
Can we start with worst?
Okay, you're going to have to start because.
Okay, I'm going to say the worst, and then half the people are going to stop listening.
Oh, it's going to be Elf, isn't it?
It's Elf. Yeah, for sure. Elf is terrible. I hate Elf.
Why do you hate Elf?
Because I hate Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey's not in Elf.
Shoot. Who's in Elf?
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
You hate that guy.
I hate him. See, I'm so bad.
Shouldn't hate people.
Yeah, sorry. If it's not Tom Hanks, I don't know his name. It's the only actor I know. Jim Carrey, Will Ferrell. They're like the same person. Oh, I really don't like both of them.
I think I've only seen Elf through once.
That's
because
enough.
you will
That's all.
refuse to watch it. So
You should watch it with the kids this year if we have access to it.
yeah, I wonder if we have it on something.
Be curious to know their thoughts. And I will not.
Not comment or just not watch it at all.
Well, both.
Yeah.
But I will not say things beforehand.
You probably already have negatively biased them towards
Maybe.
the movie.
But they're kids, so they'll just want to do the opposite of what I say anyway.
True. We'll see. We have like a long list of movies we're planning on watching over the holidays. So
Yeah.
which for us is like 5 movies. So it's a long list.
And we wanted to maybe we'll add to this list next year because I kind of want to watch one of the cheesiest
Right,
Christmas
that was a plan.
titles
Yeah.
or covers that we can find that's not inappropriate.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So worst movie. I'm gonna say, and I haven't even seen it. Based on the cover alone and the trailers, is The Grinch with Jim Carrey in it, like the live action.
Same person.
Well, it's just a really creepy looking Grinch,
It is.
and I mean, the Grinch in the classic one is probably creepy looking too, but it's an anime. It's a classic.
Yeah. I've never seen it either.
I don't think I've seen the whole movie for sure. I guess
haven't.
I mean I'm gonna get flack for ragging on a movie I haven't seen before.
First one on your list is one you've never watched.
But I can't even bring myself to watch it. It just looks so wrong.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'm sticking with it.
It has Jim Carrey
I'm still
in it,
sticking with it.
So
Terrible movie cover and trailer. Pretty sure I've seen the trailer at least.
okay, on to my next one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I actually know maybe this actor's name. Jingle All the Way.
But who's in that one? Jim Carrey?
Yeah, Will Ferrell.
Will Carey.
Will Carey. Yeah, Jimmy Farrell. What? Schwarzenegger.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Arnold.
He's such a terrible actor.
That's what makes it good though.
Oh.
It's so cheesy. That one to me is so bad it's good.
But he lies to his. Oh, he's a terrible father.
Oh, the story's bad, yeah.
And then he needs to buy this gift for his kid, so he
so that he can be a good father if he gets that gift.
And he doesn't show up to his kid's Christmas program because he's trying to get this gift, and he is terrible to a million people because he's trying to get this gift. No, the acting's terrible. The moral, I don't know what it is. It's bad.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you could say that for probably most of even the good Christmas movies. We'll get to that later probably, but okay. I don't mind that one. Like knowing that it's dumb.
Yeah.
But I think it's got some funny moments in it at least. So
Oh, then there's a creepy neighbor guy.
that's one of the funny moments.
Okay. I just think he's creepy.
Oh shoot. Okay, I was thinking of one. Oh, okay. That made me think of another one that we watched last year.
I don't know.
Thinking of like terrible Home Alone 4.
Oh.
Or is it 4? Is it
Home Sweet Home Alone.
Sweet Home Alone?
Yeah, that's right.
Horrible.
Yeah. You're
It
rooting.
was so bad.
Yeah. You're rooting for the...
There was nobody good in that movie.
Well,
I mean,
no.
the people that were trying to steal, what was it, like a doll or something?
Yeah.
I feel like I was rooting for them. So every time they got hurt, I was like feeling bad for them, which is the totally opposite of classic Home Alone.
For sure.
And yeah, it was just bad.
I can't remember if I have the right title here. I know what I'm trying to think of. But yes, that is true. Don't know who to root for. They're both terrible people. Even the kid who actually didn't do anything wrong. You don't know till the end. Maybe if you knew.
Yeah, and there's another one of those where if people would just communicate, then the entire premise of the movie is gone. And I don't like sitcoms like that, where it's like, oh, the husband doesn't tell the wife something, and now the next 25 minutes is disaster because they just didn't misunderstood something, or
didn't
that just
communicate.
really bugs me.
Yeah.
Okay.
My next one, I'll Be Home for Christmas, featuring
JTT.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas and Jessica Biel.
Well, she's in that one too?
Yeah. And I just saw the cover and it's like, yep, it's cheesy. I don't know.
Huh. I'd actually, yeah. It's another one of those that I remember watching like years ago. Yeah, as a teenager, but can't say I remember anything about it.
Well, I think actually, because they're at school together, but they're somewhere warm, I think, to begin with, and then they eventually go to a place that's colder. But I can't picture Christmas being not snowy.
Well, we kind of experienced that once.
But not for the actual Christmas. We've always come back before
like
Christmas
right
Day.
Before. Twice before. Okay. I'm not sure I have another one. I'm trying to think. I have another one, but it's not coming to me, so we'll just skip.
You only have two.
Yeah,
one that you haven't watched.
Yeah. Well, I don't hate anybody, so I mean, there's a lot of bad Christmas movies out there. I think we just kind of don't watch them.
Yeah.
We judge movies by their cover and then just don't watch them. But the plan was for this year to look through all of the movies that are like a blank Christmas and pick the one that looks the cheesiest and attempt to watch it.
Yeah, and it has to be free. We're not paying for this.
Oh, no. This is solely just to mock the movie.
Yeah.
And laugh at the cheesy predictableness of the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, favorite movies.
You have to start for
I have to start.
favorites.
Okay. Oh, shoot, because number 3, though, was the hardest one.
Oh, I never go in order. I just pick random.
Okay, well...
Because Elf should have been number 1.
That's the absolute worst?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you got to go with Home Alone.
Yeah.
Home Alone... They're 2 separate entries on the list. They're that good.
You have Home Alone 1, 2, and 3?
Home Alone 1 and 2 are the only movies that I actually really like watching around Christmas. I mean, okay, now I'm just going to give my whole list away. So, Home Alone, we're going to stick with Home Alone 1 to start with.
Okay.
Because that's like the classic, most memorable moments.
Yeah.
And I feel like the memorable moments have changed over the years. Like, it used to be all about the, when they're in the house and they're getting everything. And that's still like up there with best parts. But I'm leaning more towards Gus Polinski.
Yeah.
And the Polka King of the Midwest is now probably one of my most laugh out loud moments. Every time he's
These
in
are
there.
Songs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty big in Sheboygan, but
in Chicago?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Home Alone 1 is just the quintessential classic Christmas movie.
So you're going to just okay. Well,
yes, I'm using Home Alone for 2 of mine.
That was one of mine as well, actually. Not surprised. Another one is A Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Yeah, that's a classic.
I think when I've read A Christmas Carol, like the actual book, I feel like they did really well with Mickey's version. It's pretty on the nose for a half-hour little movie.
Yeah, it's still a good one.
Tiny Tim.
Yeah.
I would like to watch the Muppets one this year.
I don't think we watched it last year.
Last year we were so sick. I think we tried to watch everything, but I don't think we watched that. I'm curious.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it as a kid, but yeah, I don't remember. Muppets kind of bug me a bit. So
yeah, that's fair. They're
we'll
weird.
see.
Yeah.
Puppets. There's something wrong with puppets.
Yeah, there is.
I don't
They're
know.
creepy.
Okay. The Grinch classic
Yeah.
has to be up there. Not that it's like a super amazing movie, I guess, necessarily, but it's part of our family tradition, I guess.
Yeah, and it I'm pretty sure it quotes the book word for word. It's just the book read. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Because when I was in EA, I worked with a boy that was in grade 4 and had autism, and he could quote the entire book because of the movie. And
Nice.
he always quoted it in voice, in character.
I actually feel like our family quotes The Grinch somewhat throughout the year. There's moments.
Yep.
And also Home Alone. But
Yes.
yeah, I don't know. There's just something about like the songs are funny and but it's like the old Dr. Seuss, the book Grinch, not I know there's the new one that people say is good, but I haven't actually seen it. So.
We need to watch a bunch of Christmas movies.
Yeah. So The Grinch, classic.
Yeah, that was mine too. So that was on my list. What's your other one?
What could it be?
Oh,
You're making it seem like I'm not allowed to pick Home Alone 1 and 2 as separate movies. But they are.
Okay, yeah.
And it's rare that a sequel
Yeah.
lives up to the first one.
Yes.
And I think I always debate with myself every year whether I like 1 or 2 better. And I kind of think I like 2 better.
I think 2 has more going for it because we watched it less. So it's a little bit less knowing exactly what's going to happen next. And the part where Marv is like hooked up to the thing and turns into a skeleton. I love that part.
Yeah. I also think it's because Kevin is more likable in the second one. Mm-hmm. And like, 'cause the first one you watch and like, this is a terrible family. Like, this is really not good.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really feel like it ends on any better. Like, they come home and it's like, oh, you're home and whatever.
Yeah.
But he's still like kind of being pouty then, and like, I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah, the stuff with Mr. Duncan in number 2.
Yeah.
And the children's hospital, and
it feels more like you can kind of you root for Kevin more in number 2 than in number 1. He seems like less of an annoying kid than And I feel like number 2 has more moments throughout the movie that are funny, whereas number 1 kind of packs it all in one stretch
into those like 15 minutes.
Like there's the whole like the staff at the hotel and
love you. Yes.
Yeah, so I feel like that justifies Home Alone 2 as its own separate entry.
Go ahead.
I've made my case.
Okay.
I rest my case.
I'll take it. They were both 1 for me, but because I had so many more Christmas movies that I liked. 1.
Well, we watched some other ones, but I like, so we've watched Miracle on 34th Street a few times.
I like the Matilda version.
Yeah.
That girl.
But I feel like that one's not like an every year, being that we're not like big movie people.
Yes. Like we watch more movies in December than we do all year round.
Combined,
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Like the rest of the 11
every other
months
month.
a year.
Yeah.
So we're not big into movies, so we don't have a whole list of them.
That's why Home Alone 1 and 2 are
separate.
And Home Alone 4 is also on the it's on the opposite list.
Have you watched Home Alone 3?
I think I have, because it came out like when we were teenagers, probably, right?
I think so.
I don't remember it. I remember vaguely something with like a shopping bag that gets switched, and there's, I don't know. I'm just remembering random.
Nothing.
There's like a remote control car involved. I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
Why has there not been a female version of Home Alone?
I don't know.
What kind of traps would a girl make? Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
I got nothing. Use those Barbies for something.
Okay, so I mentioned, the Grinch because it's one of our traditions as a family.
Yeah.
And so I thought we could talk a little bit about like what we do as a family for Christmas, like what kind of traditions we've developed, I guess, over the last, well, mostly in the last 12 years since we've had
since having kids. I don't know if we did any kind of traditional things before. Watching the Grinch right after we set up our tree.
Yeah,
it's
so
kind of like the kickoff.
That's the kickoff. So we set up the tree while
making sugar cookies.
Usually.
This year we did not have the sugar topping for the sugar cookies. So this year it was ginger snaps.
So they were great.
But usually it's sugar cookies.
Yeah. So sugar cookies while the tree is being set up, and then once the tree is set up, then we watch the Grinch and eat our cookies.
Mm-hmm. Have our cake and eat it too.
That's always like the kickoff to Christmas.
Mm-hmm. And when do we set up the tree?
Well, this year was late.
Mm-hmm.
Mid-November has it been what it was.
The kids and I root for November 15th.
Yeah. Or like kind of a weekend around November 15th because we have more time on the weekend. Which I think is a good time because we're both like, once Christmas is over, we're very much like, okay, put the tree away.
By the 26th, 27th, whenever our last gathering is, it's done. Yeah. Then this year we had sickness and then more sickness, so it took a little bit longer. But I do like setting it up early. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of felt harder to get into like feeling like the Christmas season this year for some reason for me. I don't know why.
Normally we would have had a family gathering already by this point, and we haven't.
Yeah, that's true.
Normally like an extended family get together.
Early one, yeah.
Yeah, and we're already on December 10th, and we've done nothing Christmas related outside of our home.
Yeah.
What else do we do for Christmas traditions? Watch Home Alone.
Yes, I have to watch Home Alone. Well, and I keep trying to push it farther back to December because the kids want to watch it like in November.
Yeah, the day after we set up the tree.
But it's like that's the best one. You gotta leave it. I think last year we went to watch it twice.
Yeah, that was my thought process. You watch it once, and then if they want to watch it again, and watch it again.
I'm just not that much of a movie person to watch the same movie twice in a month.
You don't have to.
I guess. But the feel of like the family sitting down watching the movie together.
Yeah. Watch it once together and then.
Yeah.
But.
So I've been holding out, pushing back Home Alone 2.
You have.
As long as I can.
Every day the kids are like, can we do it today? Like next week?
Yeah.
2 weeks from now.
Yeah. What else do we do?
The last few years we have gone and looked at Christmas lights.
That's
either
right,
just around town and or like a bigger thing at the zoo.
Yeah, there's like a big display they do every year at the zoo, which we didn't do last year.
We did do last year, I think.
So the last 2 years we did.
Yes.
Yeah.
But we had little kids. I don't know if it would be as interesting this year because the little kids were really into it last year.
Yeah. Well, I think we noticed last year that it was pretty much the same as the year before, and so it was a little bit disappointing.
Yeah. So without that little kid thrill, I don't know if there's enough to like do it every year.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not like super big on going to a bunch of things. This year we did go to it's called the Festival of Trees.
Did we ever?
Which is basically
the most disappointing thing you'll ever go to.
I don't know. You could probably be disappointed more, but it was not our thing. It was
so bad.
Different trees that were decorated in different themes, and then they like auction them off or sell them to raise money. So that's great. But we're just, I guess it wasn't our scene, I guess.
No. Well, okay, first of all, I thought the trees would be bigger. And then they're dressed up so tackily, like they go hard on a theme.
Yeah.
Like if it's going to be Barbie themed, there's going to be Barbies all over the tree.
Yeah.
And it's going to be pink. And the gingerbread houses were cool.
Yeah, there were gingerbread houses that were pretty intricate. There was, what was the most impressive one? There was one that was really cool.
There was the Home Alone one.
Oh, the Home Alone house, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there was Ron Weasley's house.
Right, that one was pretty
cool too.
Pretty cool too, yeah. Yeah, so I mean that part was cool. I don't think that'll be a tradition that we keep.
Well, we went out for lunch after, so I mean maybe we will so that we can go to lunch after.
Yeah, maybe.
We have a membership there, so we didn't have to pay. It's not like we just lost time.
Lost time. It was an experience. It wasn't lost time. It was.
Maybe next year we go into it with like everybody picks a tree that's their favorite
And least favorite.
I mean, like, and by favorite I mean tackiest.
Tackiest.
The
Okay.
one that wins. We could predict ahead of time the themes. We could make a bingo board.
Oh yeah.
And then check it off. Everyone makes their own bingo board based on themes. Check it off when you go.
It seems like a lot of work to go to something we don't really like to go to.
Well, I won't remember by next year
Yeah.
anyway.
We kind of showed up and looked at like 3 trees and was like, okay, I think I'm good.
See one, you've seen them all.
Yeah.
That's
but
funny.
Anyway, a lot of people like it, seem to like it. It's really busy. I think I saw that they like, had more people through this year than
Oh, really?
ever kind of again. So
And most of the trees were sold. So whatever
Yeah.
they're, I think it used to be the hospital. I don't know if that's what it still is.
yeah, I don't even know.
But hopefully that's good.
Yeah.
But
So I guess that's not a tradition.
that's probably not a
Yeah.
tradition, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess we don't have a ton of traditions. I'm trying to think. Like, there's some things that we like to make: sugar cookies, gingerbread.
Yeah, and
Gingerbread
then
we haven't really all done, I guess, but
the kids do advent calendars, sometimes a cheap one from the dollar store, sometimes like we have this cool one where we can put things in, so we'll sometimes put in an activity to do, sometimes we'll just put in chocolates. What else have we done? Often we do a Christmas craft,
yeah,
so we've done paper bag stars, like the snowflakes, the paper snowflakes, the traditional ones, and then like the huge ones.
massive ones. Yeah, you still have some of those hanging up, don't you?
The paper bag ones, yes,
Paper bag
they're
ones,
in my
yeah.
office.
Yeah,
I really like them. They're like 3 years old.
yeah, they survived. They look cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess another one we have is we usually do like a family gift before.
Yeah.
whenever we decide our like Christmas day as our own little family is going to be, we do like
The eve.
the eve of that day
Yeah.
becomes our Christmas Eve, and we do a family gift. Usually it's like a game, and we
Yeah. My family did that growing up. It was either a game or a movie or something like that, and then that gave us something to do that evening.
yeah
Yeah, and I like that. So we have the game already purchased for this year.
mm-hmm.
I don't remember. I remember the title. I don't remember what you do. So, do we buy a co-op one or a competitive one?
It's a competitive one.
Okay, interesting. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see. Okay, so what are there other traditions from your childhood that you remember that you would
Well,
like to do, or
This isn't really a tradition, but we do a lot of like extended family gatherings, which
yeah
we have the benefit of living close to families, so it's easy to do.
yeah
We always get together with like my grandparents, and then historically we have with your extended families, at least most years. But I don't remember much for traditions. I guess we had like school concerts and things that
true yeah
I'm
and
not
like
going to be arranging as a homeschool parent.
church Christmas concert.
Right, our church doesn't do one.
Yeah,
I would like to do a candle lit service, but it's not going to happen.
there's some difficulties around that.
Yeah. But no, I don't know if we had a whole lot of other traditions growing up. You?
Yeah, I'm trying to think too. Like, there's obviously there's a lot of family gatherings. That what I remember about Christmas is a lot of family gatherings, like a lot of time at your grandparents' house and stuff.
It's like all day.
Yeah,
All day.
yeah. You got over it though.
Definitely.
Few weeks he was talking again.
Home Alone reference.
Yeah. Yeah, and I feel like there's a lot of family stuff, a lot of like baking and different.
Yes. And your mom is big into baking.
Yeah, there's a lot of different variety of making pepper nuts,
Yeah.
and we made chocolates quite often, which was kind of fun. We would make like, ones with Rice Krispies
Yes.
or ones with caramel in the middle and stuff.
And peanuts, and we would do the
Yeah.
same thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then the classic Christmas concert paper bag of.
That was cool. Yes.
Yeah.
Sunday school. We would always get a bag of, we'd have an orange and shelled peanuts.
Or on peanuts in the shell.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Sorry.
Be like a layer, like a 2-inch layer of
Yeah.
peanuts on the bottom
Yeah.
with an orange, and then
A
usually
pop.
a chocolate bar and a pop or something.
A full can size, and then
Yeah.
full chocolate bar, and sometimes some gummy candies, I think.
Yeah. Often like gummy candies that had been left open a little bit too long and were really hard.
Yeah, they were like in little sandwich bags, but like before the Ziploc sandwich bags, just the sandwich bags that you kind of
just
like folded over.
Yeah.
So they were nice and
Definitely
hard.
let the air in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My grandparents still for years have done that for the kids. I don't know if they have for the last year or two. Well, I guess with COVID we didn't really get together with them for Christmas, but they have kept that tradition
Yep.
alive.
I'm assuming they still do it in like her
Yeah.
previous church.
Probably. I've heard of them getting together to organize it, so
Make the bags.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and sometimes I feel like we are kind of lame with our Christmas. Don't have a ton of different traditions, but we just try to generally do a lot more like stuff with the kids.
Yeah, family time.
More, yeah. Like I said, we watch more movies together, try to play more games and stuff together.
Yep.
I have more time off work because we're shut down between Christmas and New Year. So there's just more time to do that kind of stuff, which is a nice break. So even though we're like busy with family gatherings, there's still extra time, which is really nice.
What are your favorite board games to play with the kids? Just to throw it out there in case people want to do that during their Christmas. We've played out a few of ours, I feel like.
Yeah, like over the years. Okay, so over the years, our most played games.
Mm-hmm.
And this will depend on the age. So when like for 6 or 5 and under,
Yeah.
for sure Outfoxed.
Yes. The first week Reka got it, we played like 30 games.
Yeah.
That one's fun. Mm-hmm.
That one was, and then as they got older, so we buy a lot of cooperative games because it works really well with, like, it doesn't matter how competitive you are,
Or how bad you are at losing.
or like, and the age gap, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
So Forbidden Desert, I think, was the first kind of real cooperative game that we got, and we played that one through a lot. What else? Castle Panic we played a lot of, and I saw there's a new version of that looks pretty good. It's another cooperative game.
Fighting the monsters.
Yeah.
Colt Express.
Colt Express, not cooperative, but ridiculous enough that it doesn't seem to matter.
Yeah, you're all just bandits on a train trying to pick up gems and shooting and punching, and sometimes you're shooting and punching nothing because no one's there.
Yeah, you like play cards, and then the cards get resolved. Like, everybody plays cards in turn order, but you then, like, until you're out of cards and you have like a stack of cards, and then you actually go through that stack and do what it
then you
what
move
it says in the card.
and
So
shoot, and sometimes people aren't where you thought they were. And turns out you're not shooting anyone. And
it's hard to describe as a game, but it's a lot of fun if you
Yes.
can not take it very seriously.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. What else? Do you have any that you remember as kind of our go-tos?
We have this physical board game, but I like the app better, and that's Burgle Bros.
Yeah.
I don't know, some reason, or maybe because we have a different version of the board game, but I like the app better. Maybe because we don't have to set it up, or
Hey, it's a lot quicker.
Yeah.
It is a bit of setup and a little bit more work without the app, but another cooperative game.
Cover Your Assets. That is one that this year
A particular kid in
sorry.
the house really likes.
I've played I don't know how many games with him in the last month.
Yeah.
50?
That many? Well, probably.
We usually play at least 2 when we sit down and play it.
Yeah,
It's been a lot.
He's a big fan of.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why he likes it so much, but
Yeah. And that one's just a card game, so there's no setup, which is nice.
yeah. I mean, it is a fun game with a larger group. I don't think it's terribly. Doesn't really work with 2 people very well, but
It's okay.
he still has fun.
Yep.
He does math with it.
There's a lot of math afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's a pretty big variety of games that we've played over the years. But yeah, that's kind of we always try to introduce something new around Christmas and hope it's a hit and see what happens.
See how this year's goes.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I don't remember what you do, so
it's like market manipulate. It's like buying and selling things and trying to selling at a higher price.
Okay.
And then the artwork is like really weird because it's like Victorian era looking artwork, but it's all animals. And so there's like this Victorian artwork of, you know, dogs in top hats and that kind of thing. Like very not me.
What?
Yeah.
You're such a dog in a top hat.
It's your kind of thing, but
it's so me.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see how that one goes.
Yeah, I think it should be good. There's some aspects of it that the kids like coming over from other games that I think that they like in other games that should translate well to this one. So, but you never know.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I often feel though when it comes to around this time, I feel like it's a while to get into the kind of the mood of Christmas almost, and then I often feel like we try to cram in a lot of things at the end because we don't do them earlier, like
watching Home Alone.
Like no, that one's purposeful. It's too early to watch Home Alone in November. But like making chocolates and stuff, we haven't done that for a while because I feel like we talk about it, but then we don't do it,
and then it's too late.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, it's, you know, the week of Christmas and we have 3 gatherings and we have, you know, kids open presents and they want to do stuff with that, and it just becomes too late. And so I feel like we could probably do some of those things a little earlier maybe. Yeah. But
I thought of another tradition, and we have carried that over, is reading Luke 2 on Christmas morning, or whatever is our Christmas morning. Yeah. This year we're doing it on Christmas Eve. Reading.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I feel like that's a tradition that we both have in our parents, like growing up we did that. Yeah. And so it's like reading it 3 days in a row sometimes, which is fun. Nothing wrong with that.
We read it with us, and then we read it with which one of our families,
your parents,
and then
my parents, yeah, but it's good. I often, like this year again, I found like an Advent thing that I wanted to do, like just a short video series, and I think we probably still could do it. It's like 4 videos. I think it's 1 a week, but I just like don't think about it at the right times and when we're all like available to watch together. And
I am bad with Advent because I know it's the 4 Sundays before Christmas, but usually that starts in November. And I'm not in that mental space until December. Yeah. And then I've already missed a Sunday.
You're already behind. Yeah. Well, and this year we're finishing off in church. We're finishing off our series through the book of Colossians that we've been doing since I don't know when we started. Summer? Yes, it's fall, I guess we started. And so typically we would have done a few, like typically December is like some Advent type messages, but we haven't yet. And so that also kind of feels like it's like we're doing Christmas songs. We did some last Sunday and we're going to do some this Sunday, but we're kind of a little bit later maybe getting into it than normal. But I do feel like once the week of Christmas hits, it's going to be like, whoa, we're really there. We have a countdown, like a letterboard countdown in our house, and it's always like 3 or 4 days behind.
Yeah, well, it was
19 days.
The one time it was like a week behind. His kids are excited for Christmas, but not enough to change the countdown. Yeah.
Well, then Ephraim decided because I said,
well, Christmas won't come because it said 19 days, but it's not 19 days.
Yeah, so should he just put a 0 on there?
Yeah. Well, that doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess we could probably have room to introduce some more.
Yeah. So if people have traditions to share with us, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear what other people do for Christmas traditions, for sure. I feel like every family has their own kind of unique things.
In the last few years, since I've had a YouTube channel related to books, I've been intentional with reading a few Christmas books each year, Some have been better than others, but
You had a good stack of them this year that you were.
some of them not so much. Some of them not so much. Just definitely some duds in there. But it helps reading about it.
Yeah.
Kind of gets you in the mindset a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. So we still have we'll have to do our Christmas light tour yet and that kind of thing. That really helps a lot too.
Yep.
But yeah, if anybody has suggestions of traditions we should try, or just let us know
traditions that you have that you
what
enjoy.
you do. Yeah.
I can't even think of any we could add in. I just don't know. I'm not a good tradition routine kind of person.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's good for us. We have a few, but I think if we had too many, it would feel like a chore maybe.
Right.
Because we like to kind of mix it up a little bit, I guess. And we're also not go out to all the different things kind of people.
We're stay home for all the things kind of people, if we could.
Yeah, in general. And so makes it a little different too. But anyway, yeah, love to hear your Christmas traditions that you do with your family. Anything else we were going to talk about today?
I
don't think so. Yeah. So we're going to, I think, take a break
for 2 to 3. I don't even know.
Till the new year.
Okay.
I think is the plan. If not,
we'll be back at some point.
We'll be back at some point. Forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
But you better
frequently.
It's your last chance.
Last chance.
Detectives.
Never really got into
Focus
those.
on the family.
I know what you're talking about. I just never really got into those.
Movies were good.
VHS.
Yeah.
Tangent. No, I totally forgot what I was going to say.
Okay.
But
I thought if I just kept rambling, then it would come to you.
No, I just got distracted by thinking of Last Chance Detectives on VHS and did we watch some of those at school? I mean, the TV cart and
maybe. I owned the first 3. So I watched the first one was the best. It was desert scene, and I'm just gonna keep rambling. It's never gonna come to you what you're saying.
No, it's not.
Well,
but I'm curious to see how much
Detectives.
you would ramble about Last Chance Detectives.
Oh yeah, and then there was this thing afterwards about how they made the scenes and how they threw the tumbleweeds onto the I remember.
Oh, you really remember this?
I do remember it a lot.
Made a lasting impact, this Last Chance Detectives.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever I was going to say probably wasn't that important. But yeah, we'll be back for sure, I think in January, if not before then. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the new year.
Bye.